Testing audio. One, two, three. Testing audio. All right. Welcome you, everybody. I'm really happy to be here with you and to have the opportunity to share some really great information that we are making the announcements today. So, yeah, first let's do a quick recap, right? The last session was on Friday, May 1st, and we did went over some new strategies that are available. And one sec here. Sorry, I was having some feedback there. I was saying, yeah, last week we went over a couple new strategies that were available, and some other were like still work in progress, right? But we face a situation that's due to the nature of the novelty, right? That we were not able to run the automation with live funding, and yeah, we basically went over like what were the upcoming steps and everything that was updated in Canon um, over the last couple days in between the fifth workshop and our Friday stream, right? So today we have a very special announcement. It was official since the get go, right? But today is May 4th, and we have the hackathon registration open on DoraHack. So as soon as today, you can get up your strategy and get it to work, and start making your submissions in case you are ready to do so. Um, Aside from that, let's get into today's topic, right? Because that was what we prepared on our last session. So let's doing a quick recap, right? This is like our quick sentence here is that let's remember for anyone that is looking at this video without previous context, what is Canon? The quick one sentence that we like to use is Canon is our free tool that enables you to create, build prediction market automation with natural language. So you don't have to specifically had experience with coding or automations, right? The application Canon is going to help you build it. You're going to express your strategy with natural language. Okay, so today we're going to be going over um, the announcement. Registration is officially open. We're going to be checking the judging criteria We have done so in the past, but we just want to reiterate it just to be clear. And we're going to see all the relevant dates in between right now and the winner announcement. Aside from that, I don't have it here, but we're going to have a surprise demo, right? It's going to be something very interesting because we have not seen it in the past. All right, so registration is open. You can go to DoraHack. The link is in the description. And once you're in DoraHack, you can already submit your registration, right? So remember, you can join a team up to 5 participants per team, and this is open to global audience. So there's no specific location, and it's not an in-person event. So you can build your team with people from different places, right? You don't need to have all the members from the same region. You can join um, you can join a decentralized team. Also, no previous experience required in the sense of having to know all the bits and pieces that are required to make an automation, to work with code, to um, to have the full knowledge of what the application is is built with. So you can come to the agent, and the agent is going to build the automation for you, and you can um, you can start tweaking the automation once again with the assistance of the agent. Also, central announcement that, of course, as I said, it has been clear from the beginning. The price is 1,000 US dollars. This is for a single winner, which is going to be the one with the highest score across all the criteria. Um, and also want to add the note in close to the price, because this is the monetary section, is that we used to mention a minimum investment, or I mean, it's not an investment, a minimum participation that was $100, but that is not needed. So you can do your own predictions with your own balance, however you want to use. That is completely up to you, because we want every participant possible, and we don't want to exclude people, right? So if you are going to participate with your predictions at $5, that's completely fine. That is absolutely fine. If that's what you want to work with, that is great. We're going to see the criteria in a second here. Um, so where do you register? Well, you go to DoraHack. As I said, the link is in the description down below. Submissions are open from today, May 4th, all the way up to May 31st. So that is like the submission, right? But you have to the automation has to run anywhere from today or May 31st up to June 19th, right? So let's call it that the early participants start running it right now today, and the latest participant can start running the automation would be May 31st, right? So as an example, coming very late on June 17 and trying to participate is not allowed. It would not be fair to those that have been running the automation longer. Um, the benefit on running it longer is that you have more time to move, to fluctuate, and to update the strategy. And um, at that point, you can start to see the strategy configuration factors and specific that you want to edit, right? And if somebody is running it later, which is still possible, but you are left with less time to maneuver, right? So that is in terms of participating, um, uh, participation timeframes, right? You can do it no matter if you start on May 31st. Yeah, that's still valid. And the advantage of starting earlier is it's about timing configuration, but it's not a, as I said, it's nothing to do with the monetary advantage, because we're not making the qualification based on the total amount of earnings. That's not how it works. It's a hackathon with multiple pillars to evaluate. Okay, so the judging criteria is going to be for buckets. This is, of course, weighted, right? So each of them has its own value. Real world utility. This comes to be the performance, right? The performance percentage that you get uh, from your predictions. Technical execution is about the the code, right? So this is about technically how it runs. Even though it is being made by Canon, um, you're the one in control of what you request the agent to build for you, right? So the entire idea is coming from your automation definition. Innovation and creativity. This is as clear as it gets in terms of it is about what you make with the automation, um, in terms of adding new stuff, or thinking outside of that box in terms of the templates, right? So the templates are there in order to get you a head start, but you can modify and tweak many things from a template. We have seen configuration. We have discussed also about adding more sources, right? That is definitely counting for innovation and creativity. Not to mention if there is no implementation. For example, we have an implementation there that is the odds for sports. But if you want to add some other implementation that can be done with the agent assistance, and yeah, that is going to count towards innovation and creativity, because we're adding something that was not there to begin with. And also we have the presentation and demo. It does have some value as well, in the sense of being able to showcase correctly and explain correctly how you made your automation, in subsequently the strategy, and also the end results, right? So being able to showcase it correctly is the presentation and demo. All right, so we have here like a note: performance matter modes, but a clean write-up and a clear thesis can win it. This is in the sense that the performance does work more, because it does impact the first two items, right? So if you're getting better performance, that's 30%, and also performance in the sense of the execution, right? Because if you have a good performance in the automation, that is going to be affecting a lot of the punctuation. In total, that's going to be 60%. But of course, having a great presentation that's going to secure you 15%, that is coming from a non-technical perspective, right? So that is just if you do a very good presentation and demo, and also or similarly with innovation and creativity, right? Because that does come from not specifically technical innovations. Okay, so what are we going to be needing for the submission, right? So as we have discussed multiple times, you have to run the automation on a live market, right? So um, that does mean running as early as May 4th, right, and as late as May 31st, and have the automation running, and we need it to run all the way up through June 19th, right? So you need to submit the the address, which is the one running the automations, and that's number one. and also we have a running log which we're going to be uploading as well. And from there we have the number two would be the source code. When you have Canon and it does create an automation, you get a a code, a GitHub repository, right? So you're going to have to upload that publicly to GitHub, and then that needs to be referenced in the submission. We need, of course, the demo video, which has to be a 3 to 5 minute video presentation of, once again, your automation, your strategy, and performance results of the execution. Um, and number four, this will include a write up, right? So you have to make a write up presentation as well, which is going to be mostly the demo, right? But over text plus any specific that you want to point out in the write out. All right. Um, yeah. Okay. So let's go now to the surprise demo we have prepared for today. Let me see. I think we're all ready for it. So okay, so as I said, we had some issues with the running live on our Friday session. And this was due to some updates from Polymarket in a specific, right? And we had the time to maneuver over it on the weekend, and now we're ready to present the live execution and how we actually uh, not only build the automation but make a deposit. Deposit is going to be done live. The wallet is not pre-funded. The wallet doesn't exist on the chain right now. So we're going to bootstrap or initiate an automation. We're going to generate a wallet live there, and we're going to send funds live, and it's going to start running live. All right. So first, let me make a location here. This is going to be test live automation number 4. My apologies for the naming, but do have many automations created already. All right, so here we are inside the new directory. It's an empty directory. So we're going to start by checking Canon version 0.7.17. And remember that we discussed on our Friday live that we continuously push updates, right? So there's for sure going to be a new version every couple days. We also went into specifics of what changed, but now we have already new updates, and that's going to be it's going to be hard to keep up with everything. So yeah, something is visually different. You will notice, and some stuff are on the side of performance and the agentic control of of the the tool here. All right, so we are here in the new session. Just let me confirm. Yeah, and now let me. We're going to run Canon start. So we get going with the automation. We can see the agent does open up the state of the automation. And now we have an indicator here that is pulling the information just to let us know that this is not a stale, right? We can already see it change from empty state going into the phase init, and the status is running. We have no data flow, no metrics yet, and we have a couple logs already. So yeah, I was saying in terms of the updates, um, yeah, they're going to be present on the chain log because we are constantly adding new stuff. We can see now the updates from last week is that we get the recent logs on the top. We get a natural an understandable time here. Is not a Unix time measure. It's a natural clock time, and we also now have the polling state at the top, showcasing that we are getting information live in the moment, right? All right, so we are now in the strategy phase. We're going to select one of the available right now. Once again, we're going to go with trade momentum, similar to what we went attempting to do on the Friday. So let's go with trade momentum. Once again, all the interactions with the agent, they don't have any specific wording. The agent is going to capture your intention and is going to select the strategy that you want. It doesn't have to be the exact specific wording I'm using here. All right, so we have selected our strategy, and now we get like a summary of what the configuration is, right? So we have a market, we have an edge configuration, some values there, prices rising, confirmation volume, when to do the trade exits. All of that is the configuration of the trade momentum strategy. All right, so it is running. We can see it on the state section here on the right that we have selected trade 02. It is as a scanner right now because it is dry run. This is the way to do it. All right, should not be trying to run live from the start, because this is going to bootstrap some stuff, making all the checks, verification, and when it does run on the dry run, then we restart it, attempting live, and at that point we are going to get um, at that point we're going to get the deposit and configuration, everything that has to do with the wallet configuration into Polymarket. And yeah, so it is a two-step process, because we need to confirm that it is working, right, prior to adding funding to it. So we already have it run 2 times and no signals. So we have runs, no errors, no opportunities, dry mode. It's running, and yeah, it is executing. So let's do stop the automation. And now we're going to do the actual deposit. So let me get ready here, because this is live. So it's not a pre-funded wallet. I have to make the deposit live here. All right, so let's do, now I'm going to do, I'm gonna start live. Right, so we can see once again, right, on the state, we have our polling info, but it is in run, and it was idle, so it was not running, right? And right now we are on live phase, but we are on deposit pending, and the automation is waiting for native USDC deposit on my address. So I can copy my address here. You just have to highlight, and it auto copies the address for you. Then I'm going to make a deposit there. 1 second, I'm working on it right now. All right, so let me confirm. Yeah, we're going to make a deposit there. All right. So we're waiting on the confirm here. Yeah, all right. Now we're waiting on the deposit that's requested here, and that's going to take a minute or two, right? So just to summarize, we did everything that we were doing before, with the Canon start. It booted up, it ran a couple times, then I turn off or stop the automation, I requested Canon start with the live flag, and then it does instruct me. Okay, so I'm waiting for funds. How much do you want to add? You add whatever you want to work with. This case I sent bid under $10, so that is 9.88 USDC, and it is already validated. So detected 9.88 USDC onboarding, running Canon CLI, which is running some stuff on Polymarket. It is doing multiple steps on Polymarket, right, in order to get you going, because it is still in the onboarding status here. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Remember, as I said in the past, because we can see here on the left side, we have an error, but the agent is taking care of it, right? So if you see something going red on the left side, that doesn't exactly mean that it is ruined and not working right. In this case, it was a transaction, right? And yeah, there's actually no need for the intervention. The agent did everything, and in the end, it worked, right? So the automation is completed, and now we are in the run phase once again, and we are executing, and we have the mode is live. We have run 2 times the automation, right? Because the automation is constantly checking, so we have run 2 times, and as a process here, it is permanent. So it is saying zero signals, and yeah, it is going, because we can see here live on board already. We have the address, we have the collateral, we have the authentication, we have how many USDC we got left. Then we have the scanner, which is the checking process, but now it is live, and yeah, so we have it already working, right? And yeah, that would be basically the entire process of going from um, just creating the automation from zero all the way to running it live, funding it, and being already authorized, connected to Polymarket, right? And that was the surprise showcase that we did today, in the sense that we had never run the full cycle entirely. That's one thing, and that we managed to update the recent changes that have been done to Polymarket, right? To the interaction with Polymarket. So that was like a surprise change, and we're already um, good to work with it. All right. So yeah, I'm going to leave my automation running for some time. But yeah, that's the demo I have prepared for you today. The specifics about um, the agent generating a wallet, and also the deposit being made, the automatic onboarding we can see, and was all of that was included in this demo, right? So great to see that it is fully working. All right, so now we have here a list of every day that matters from today all the way to going into the participation period and the end of the participation period, and then deciding the winner. So first we have today, the May 4th is the registration opening. You can register now. Submission deadline, that's going to be May 31st. Um, because as we said, we want it to be fair, right? So we cannot have someone joining super late and let's call it uncertainty, because if you come very late, we we don't have the opportunity to see your automation running across multiple events. Probably it can only catch one or two events, and at that time, we don't. That would not be reliable enough for us to say that it was fair for the rest of the participants. So submission ends on May 31st. From there, we have the automation running live. As a minimum, it is stated here as a minimum, it is May 31st or June 19th, but you can run it from today all the way to June 19th. And every day, keep on tweaking and seeing what works best. From there, we have the winner announcement on June 23rd. And yeah, that's going to be all the relevant dates. Now, coming to live sessions, I encourage you to subscribe to the Luma calendar, right? That is luma.com/Canon. You're going to find that link in the description down below. And that way you're going to be notified with the new live session that we have upcoming. Also, don't forget to join our Discord channel. We're going to talk about it in a second. And yeah, from now to the end of the submission, we have 31st. On May 31st, we have 27 days to work there. And the sooner that you get building, the sooner that you get your automation to start working and improving the automation itself. So, okay, what can you do right now on this very same week? You can go register on the DoraHack NBA prediction market. The link is in the description down below. You don't need to do your submission today, but you have to make your automation as soon as possible in order to be ready for a submission deadline May 31st. So even if you don't have the time, let's say this week, you can go register on the hackathon and wait for your opening. You can build your automation and then submit it prior to May 31st. And number two, you can install Canon, that is core plus Canon in a single install command. You can see that in the workshop number one, which was the no, but my bad. You can see that on workshop number two, which was the Canon setup workshop. Also, you can join Discord, our Discord server, and there we have a specific dedicated channel for the NBA prediction market hackathon, right? It is called Prediction Market Hackathon, and you can go there if you have questions or if you want to participate but you feel like uneasy, you feel like I'm not sure about it. You can go there. We're going to help you find someone to work with. So probably you can collaborate with someone else. You don't have to do it alone. And yeah, that is the one stop for you to communicate, right? So if you want to communicate, if you have questions, or you want to go see what is moving around the hackathon, not only for events, right? Because as I said, the events are coming. If you register to luma.com/Canon, if you register to our calendar, you're going to get notifications. But in case you want to have a chat, you can come to the Discord into the Prediction Market Hackathon channel, and we're happy to assist you there. And yeah, that's going to be it for today's demo, for today's session as well. The gates are open, right? You can go register to the DoorHack event right now. You can start building your automation right now. You can go live with your automation right now. Make the deposit, have the onboarding done on Polymarket. All of that is automatic by the agent. You already saw it live right here in this demo. So yeah, you're ready to roll. And don't hesitate to come to the Dega chat on Discord. And also don't forget to register on the Luma calendar so you can get notified with the upcoming events. And yeah, I'm really happy to be here and see you on the next one. Happy hacking, and hopefully you get your automations tweaked, working, running as soon as possible. Thank you very much.